Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Oh, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would sit down and do a video comparing the Birkin 30 and, well, let me just get it, the Birkin 30 and the Kelly 25, what fits inside. This is not going to be like a comparison of both bags in depth because I think that video would go far too long. I do have individual review videos on my channel for each of the bags, but today we're going to be talking about what fits inside the Birkin 30, what fits inside the Kelly 25, what I actually generally carry in the bag, so you can see my sort of lifestyle, what I need to carry in each of the bags, and also how I organize the bag. Before I get into the video, if you aren't already subscribed, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below and also the bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. I upload videos on Wednesdays and on the weekend. Now, firstly and foremost, how I actually organize my bags is with my new, so I have already been using these. These are from 7 Rue Paradis. They were kindly gifted to me. I'm super duper appreciative that they were gifted to me. You may already be familiar with this brand. Well, the abbreviation is 7RP. They make extremely high quality inserts. There is absolutely no doubt about it. When I first received these inserts, I was like, wow, these feel really luxurious. So in today's video, you will see what fits in each of the bags using these inserts, so you can actually get an idea of how you can actually utilize these inserts to the best of your ability with the contents that you need to get in these bags, and also what still fits in the bags with the fact that you have inserts inside. It is a known fact that once you do put inserts inside any of your bags, you do lose a tiny little bit of space. Yes, you do, but the pros of that far outweigh the fact that you do lose a little bit of space. I'll also, as well as always, I'm extremely honest on my channel. Even though these were gifted to me, which I really appreciate it, I will of course include my impressions, my review of both of these inserts at the end of this video so you can get an idea of my thoughts. Sorry to interrupt this video, I just wanted to let you know that I do have a coupon code with 7RP, and the coupon code is POF30, and it gets you €30 off any insert on the website, and it is valid officially now from the date of this video all the way through until the 16th of March. So it's for €30 off, POF30. So what I'm going to do for this video, ideally what I would do in the past when I'm doing these sorts of review videos or doing these sorts of videos with what fits in my bag, I tend to sort of zoom down on what I'm putting in the bag, but because I am pregnant and I am in my final trimester, I'm quite big, it is uncomfortable for me to kind of be bending over and leaning over. I get quite a sore back, unfortunately. So I'm going to just have the bags resting on my lap. I'll pan the camera down a bit, and then we'll be putting contents inside the bag, and then I'll just show you how they kind of sit in the bag. So we'll start off doing the Birkin 30 because it's quite obvious that this is going to fit a lot more than the Kelly 25. So this insert is in the color Etoupe. So it's in the color Etoupe. It doesn't exactly match the color Etoupe of an Hermes bag. However, the reason that I went with like colored inserts that kind of relatively match is because I feel as though neutrals, they go with everything. Plus the neutrals that I picked, so this is Tourterelle and this is Etoupe. They're light, they're not too dark, so they don't look like a black hole with the insert inside the bag, if you know what I mean. Like, you know when, like, if you have a black bag and the lining's black, it kind of seems like the bag is literally a black hole and you can't see anything. So that's how it looks inside, and it fits nice and snug. And it's nice and snug where you cannot see any of the impressions. Like, what happens with inserts that are far too firm is that they will leave impressions on your bag, they will mark the leather, and it'll start to look like your bag is folding. It is horrible. I have seen it. I have seen photos of people using really thick, like, felt inserts inside their bags, and I can tell you that I'm concerned for them and the damage that it could potentially do to the bag over a period of time. It will bend and distort your leather. Also, the other thing is that with these inserts, and I'll just show you with this one, they don't have a board on the bottom, which is good. You do not need a board on the bottom of your inserts for the Birkins and the Kellys or even the Constants or anything like that. You should not use an insert with a board at the bottom. And the reason that I say that is because what happens is if the board doesn't sit snug inside against the board that's already in the bag, you can actually start to create this bend, sort of like a how do I say it, it's like an impression as well, but it pushes this part out in the bag. Now, I am guilty of using an insert previously that had a board at the bottom, but I now no longer use it because what I could see was potentially happening was that it was kind of I felt like it was going to start pushing this out. So I stopped using that insert altogether. And then when 7RP reached out to me and asked if I wanted to give their inserts a go, I was like, yes, I would love to. I would be absolutely delighted. So enough said. You can see that it fits nice and snug inside the bag. There is no impression marks. It is not going to affect your bag in the long run in terms of shape. It is not going to distort your bag. It's not going to leave a bulging in your bag or anything like that. It's only essentially got benefits. It is going to protect the inside of your bag as well, and it does assist with shape, holding of shape too. So I'm going to put some items inside that I would typically sort of carry in the Birkin 30. I'm not going to overfill the bag because generally I don't need to. So I've got my bottle, and then I also have my daughter's bottle. I've got my key pouch, and I'm popping this inside of one of the little pouches inside the bag. So I've just put it down in there. I do apologize that I'm not able to kind of pan down. It's just that I don't want to sort of be bending over. I'd have to kind of get on the ground and be bending over to be putting things in, and it's not comfortable right now being so heavily pregnant. So my mini pochette, I have an extra lip gloss. Now I can actually put this lip gloss, I have a choice of putting it in one of the slots at the back here. I can put it in one of the slots at the front as well. There's another slot there, but I tend to like to put things towards the back of the bag. That's just my preference because I like to preserve the very front of my bag as best as possible. My phone I will put at the front of the bag because it's very flat anyway. It's not rounded by any means. Like a little insert just there, a little slot in the insert, and I'm just putting it there so it's at the front of my bag. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then I also have my sunglasses, and I'm just going to pop these inside. Like if I put them, I could actually technically take these out of the case. Let's say that you needed to fit a lot in your bag. I would feel comfortable to take these out of the case because of the lining being so soft. It's an Alcantara lining. Yes, so it's a really super soft. It's soft, but it feels sturdy, but it feels kind of like velvety, kind of like a suede sort of thing. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to pop my glasses facing backwards inside this other slot that I've got here, and that way, see how it's resting up against the lining, so the lenses are actually being protected. And then I've also got my Chanel O case. Now the O case, because it is also like the mini pochette, it's a little bit too big, so it doesn't actually fit in any of the slots, but that's how the bag's looking. So you've got the drink here, and then you've got my flat water bottle. If you don't have a flat water bottle, this would easily fit, like in the Birkin 30, you could easily fit 2 water bottles, like this kind of cylinder size. So this is very conveniently organized. Now if you look at the actual bag, how I've sort of place the contents, you'll see that there's no kind of impressions happening. It's not overstuffed by any means, and the insert is protecting the inside of the bag as well, and it's also really essentially helping with the shape. Whereas if you just had all these items kind of running around, what you would find is that you could have the bottle tilting, the bottle could be pushing forward, creating indentations in the bag, and then if you're just leaving it sitting there for hours like that, pushing forward on the leather, you are obviously going to be stretching the leather. The insert specifically for the Kelly 25, so the insert that I was using was specifically for the Birkin 30. This is for the Kelly 25, and that is how the insert looks inside. Again, nice and snug, perfect fit. It feels very flush with the leather, but not to the point where it's pushing at all. Now, what I actually want to say with Swift inserts are, you have to be very careful what inserts you use in Swift. with any bag, I still, like with any of these bags, I still suggest that you be very careful with what insert you use. But why I say it is even so much more important with Swift is because Swift is a very soft, malleable leather. And I've spoken about this in my review video with Swift and talking about the wear and tear on this bag, that if you have anything pushing on the bag, like pushing forward on it, pushing back on it, you will get impression marks. So you will notice that with the 7RP insert, I am not getting any impressions. It's not bulging, like leaving that bulging kind of here. It is not bulging at the back or anything like that, and it's not bulging on the sides either. If you were to use an insert that is far too firm, if you were to use an insert that is even slightly firmer than the 7RP ones, you will find that you're probably going to get impression marks in the bag, and the bag's going to start to look like it's bending forward, folding forward. You'll get this nasty line happening here. You'll get nasty kind of lines on the sides of the bag as well. Let's start to see what we can kind of put in the bag. Obviously, we know that it's going to fit much less. It's going to be obvious. I'm going to start off with my pure and utter essentials that I need to have in the bag. So we'll put my phone in. We're going to put it at the same spot. We're going to put it towards the front of the bag. My key pouch. Now I'm going to put this towards the back of the bag. My sunglasses. Definitely it would be harder to use a case with a bag this small, especially unless you're traveling super duper light, but I want to try and see how much I can actually fit in. That's how it looks with the glasses in, and the glasses lenses are just facing back, so they're leaning against the lining. I just want to see if I can fit my water bottle in, because I do like to carry a water bottle just for the sake, like, you know, so I have something to drink and so my daughter has something to drink. I just want to carry always one water bottle. I'm just going to see if this bigger one sort of fits in rather than the pop top. And it does fit in, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bit tricky to carry my mini pochette in there. I still got to put my O case in, but what I might, sometimes with that, when I use my Kelly 25, I don't use my O case, and I actually take out the keys from my key pouch and move them into something else, and then put all my cards in my key pouch, because the key pouch keeps things super compact. Otherwise, just a really flat card holder rather than the O case, because the O case does take up a fair bit of space, especially if you want to fit in the mini pochette as well. Yeah, that's too full. Now I have to, so pretty much if I want to carry my mini pochette, I have to take out the water bottle. So I'm going to take out the water bottle. Let's see how the bag goes closing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that is no problem with me. If I wanted to, I can actually, and I know other people do this too who have returns, they kind of just flap out the wings a little bit on the bag, but you don't have to. It would actually fit just fine if we just have it like this with the toggles pulled in. It is actually best to help with weight bearing to actually just put at least one of the sangles on, but it is going to be a bit tricky. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to, because the bag is really full, really full. Yeah, I'm not going to push the limits on that. But yeah, I don't have to have the kind of sides of the bags protruding out. Just being able to pull the toggles in. Just unfortunately, I can't actually put the toggles on the lock, which you really should when it comes to weight bearing. My nasal spray, I like to carry that around so I can breathe if my nose gets really blocked, because I unfortunately suffer from sinuses. My power bank, if I actually took it out of the mini pochette like I'm showing you guys, I could just put it in next to the slot at the front, next to my phone, in its own little individual slot inside the organizer, just here. Tissues, I always like to carry tissues, of course. I carry my Lanta because I've been getting heartburn obviously with pregnancy, the joys, all the joys. And I'm actually able to fit this, I'm probably not going to be able to show you guys, but there's like little slots on the sides of the organizer, like tiny little slots. And I've just actually been able to fit the My Lanta slotted down the side. Take out from the mini pochette my mini lip gloss, and put that also, might put on the other side of the bag, on the other little slot. Let's see if I can show you guys what I'm saying. So you see here I've got the lip gloss, and it's just down the side, inside the actual organizer still. And then the My Lanta is over here, and it's just down the side there as well, inside the slot. So they're actually protect, like the organizer is keeping those items secure, but it's also protecting the inside of the bag, because especially you notice like in medicine packets, when you cut them to size, and even medicine packets in general, they have sharp edges. I can also fit some chewing gum in on the side as well. Like I said, if I do actually need to carry a water bottle, having taken out the mini pochette, I'm going to use the smaller one instead, so my daughter has a drink, or if my daughter's not with me, that'll be my drink. And let's see if that works. Oh yeah, that's okay then. Yep, that does fit. So I can actually fit a water bottle inside the bag, and I've got my phone, and I've got my OK still inside the bag. The Kelly 25 is a small bag, it does not fit much. The Birkin 30 is the way to go if you need to carry a lot of items. It is going to fit everything that you need. The Kelly 25, it is essentially playing a game of Tetris. The organizer does help when it comes to playing this Tetris game inside a small bag. It really truly does. So I've taken everything out of the bags, and now let's talk about my impressions on the 7RP, 7 Rue Paradis inserts. Like I said already, yes, I do recommend them, and it comes down to the basis of these are extremely high quality. They are the best inserts I have ever experienced, and I have tried many inserts in my bags. Many of them I've tried all brands. If you have followed my Instagram for quite some time, you will see all the inserts I've sort of gone through, and currently to date I was not using any insert in my bag, just because of the reasons that I pointed out earlier, is that the other inserts that I've had always have boards on the bottom of them, and there is a risk factor with that. They can, and they more than likely will, leave those kind of bulging marks at the bottom of the bag, and especially inserts that are too firm will leave a bulging, kind of cutting your bag sort of in half, and it'll leave that impression line there. It'll leave impression lines on the side. So if you see people's bags, say if you see them on Instagram, seeing like bulging happening on the sides of the bag when the bag is closed, chances are, like if they've got that kind of real pushed out area on the sides of the bag, chances are they're using an insert that is way too firm for the bag, and it is actually pushing the leather forward, which is bad in the long run. It's going to distort your leather, it's going to stretch your leather. So these inserts, I cannot foresee them doing that. They feel super duper soft, but they still have some kind of, like, they have that right level of firmness where they help with the structure of the bag, but they're not in that category of what I'm saying with every other insert I've tried. They're either too firm or they got boards at the bottom of them. So they're really that level of perfection. I would say that, yeah, these are the perfect organizers. So bottom line, yes, I recommend these. Yes, they are expensive, but they coincide with the investment of your bag, because these Birkins and Kellys are not cheap. They also have other inserts as well on their website. They have inserts for all the sizes of Birkins, all the sizes of Kellys, and then they have inserts for the Evelyn as well. That is all that I have to say. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.